Theriault. Remember that name. He is an Acadian artist. He is a powerful voice, yet he remains largely unrecognized. Why? Because his art challenges the norm. It pushes boundaries. This is his story. The Acadian world, rich in tradition, often resists change. Theriault's art, bold and contemporary, becomes a threat. It questions the keeping up with the Comos up the road status quo. Traditional gatekeepers, they fear his vision. This executive committee exclusion from mainstream events speaks volumes. It highlights a deep-rooted insular problem, a resistance to new perspectives, a fear of confronting uncomfortable truths. Theriault's story is a call to action. It is a plea for inclusivity, a demand for Acadian culture to reflect the contemporary voices of today. Theriault's art knows no bounds. He moves seamlessly between mediums. Painting, 3D, motion graphic design, Cajun dead et le talking stick. Appalachian song lyric writing project. His canvases explode with color. Textures collide. Forms intertwine and overlay into a collection of more than 250 3D motion graphics on the OpenSea Ethereum blockchain. His sculptures, equally captivating, command attention. POD designs, laser printed on metal, he transforms them. They become powerful visual totemic narratives using sacred design and archetypes throughout time to make his artistic branded statements, bold, unapologetic. Through his art, Theriault explores identity without pride, shame, envy, jealousy, just Akashic records through time. He tackles social issues. He confronts the complexities of the modern contemporary Acadian experience. His work is not just aesthetically pleasing, it is thought-provoking. It is a mirror reflecting our times. Theriault's art is a conversation starter. It forces us to confront difficult questions. It pushes us to think critically about our culture, about our place in the world. Theriault's art resonates deeply with contemporary issues. Disruptive woke culture, social justice, world human refugee crisis, poverty, he tackles them head-on. His work is a reflection of our collective anxieties, our hopes, our fears. Take, for example, his series on sacred design archetype, like the male nude and Notre Dame de Paris, burning to symbolize the transformation through fire Terre des Hommes planet is experiencing in these days of great change. He uses ERC 1155 smart contracts ERC to mount his 3D motion graphic NFT monoliths on the Ethereum blockchain. He creates haunting installations. They serve as hieroglyphic record on a digital ledger, a stark reminder of our planet's fragility. His Amazon KDP published Cajun dead et le walking stick work on the human flow, as seen through the eyes of two 5-year-old Acadians in the 1755 Grand Prix diaspora, is equally powerful. He uses bold colors, abstract forms. He explores themes of inequality, of displacement, of the ongoing struggle for recognition. Theriault's art is a wake-up call. It is a reminder that tradition should not be a barrier to progress. It should not silence important conversations. It should embrace them without prejudice. Section 4, the limits of tradition. A look at the Congrès Mondial Acadian. The Congrès Mondial Acadian, a celebration of Acadian culture. Yet it often falls short. It clings to a romanticized past. It shies away from contemporary realities. The event, while well-intentioned, feels exclusionary. It caters to a specific demographic. It overlooks the diversity of the Acadian experience. Where are the voices of young Acadians? Where is the representation of LGBTQ plus communities? Where is the space for artists like Theriault? The Congrès Mondial Acadian needs a revamp. It needs to embrace inclusivity. It needs to reflect the realities of the 21st century. It is time for the event to evolve, to become a platform for dialogue, a space where tradition and modernity can coexist. Section 5, building bridges towards a more inclusive celebration. How can we make the Congrès Mondial Acadian more inclusive? It requires a multi-pronged approach. We need to start by acknowledging the problem. We need to listen to marginalized voices. First, create dedicated spaces for contemporary art. Showcase artists like Theriault, artists who challenge the status quo, artists who push boundaries. Second, actively engage with younger generations. Incorporate their music, their art, their perspectives. Make them feel seen, make them feel heard. Third, ensure representation of all communities, LGBTQ+, Indigenous, immigrant. Their stories are part of the Acadian fabric. Their voices deserve to be amplified. Inclusivity is not a threat to tradition, it is an evolution. It is a way to ensure the vibrancy of Acadian culture for generations to come. Section 6, a future for all dialogue and modernization in Acadian culture. The future of Acadian culture depends on dialogue. It depends on our willingness to embrace change, to challenge outdated notions, to listen to diverse perspectives. Theriault's exclusion from mainstream events is a symptom of a larger issue. It is a reminder that we cannot afford to be complacent. We must constantly strive for progress. Modernization does not mean erasing the past. It means building upon it. It means honoring our heritage while paving the way for a more inclusive future. Let us create a space where artists like Theriault are celebrated, not silenced. Let us create a future where all Acadians feel seen, heard, and valued. For a change, honey. Change